So some of you may have had a wander around the shop a little bit, and you might know that I've been a specialist and psychologist for 30 something years now, and done fun things like advising Channel 4 and being interviewed by the BBC, as well as seeing lots and lots of lovely people over the years. And one of the most difficult things that people find is remembering to do strategies outside of meeting people like me. So we may do them, during a session, and people may be able to do them brilliantly there, but then remembering to do things when you're out in your daily life and everyday world, which is really crazy and busy, can be quite difficult. So that's really one of the reasons why I set up the little shop of Zenguin in the first place, is to produce some really fun, friendly things which just help people remember to do things, in everyday life, and to give as gifts to other people, and just things that might help to just lift us up a little bit. So with the Remember to Take a Break mug, I mean, me included, sometimes I forget to take a break, and it can be quite handy to have something staring at you that just reminds you to stop and take a break. But a lot of people say to me, but I don't have 20 minutes or 30 minutes or longer, in my day to take out, particularly if you're a parent or you're working, crazy hours, etc. So this little strategy that you can pair with this mug, so you can do it whenever you use this mug, basically you can use this strategy. And if you do that, the more you do that, the more you remember to do it. And it's just a less than a minute strategy. When you get used to it, it can take 30 seconds. And it's just very, very simple sequence. So whether you do it while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, making a drink for yourself, or as you're drinking, you just take a minute. You can even do it, in offices where people can't, or schools or unis where people don't even realize what it is that you're doing, because you can do it quite kind of subtly and fly under the radar. But what you're going to do first is this. So very simple. Number one, stop. So if you're typing at the keyboard, for example, you stop. You stop what you're doing. You put whatever it is that you're handling down. If you're typing, for example, you would move your hands away from the keyboard. You could just put them on your lap. Just for that 30 seconds or a minute, you just stop whatever it is that you're doing. It's number one. Number two, another easy one. Straighten your spine. So when we straighten our spine, it sends a cascade of signals throughout the body that just help us to sort of gather and land a little bit. You might notice that people are at a tilt a lot of the time, either doing activities or walking. We're always out ahead of ourselves, into the next thing before we've even got there. So straighten our spine just helps you land a little bit. So stop, straighten your spine. And then you're just going to do 3 cycles of 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out breathing. And so it's going to look like this. So 5 seconds in and 5 out. Five in. 5 out. You can blow through your mouth if you want to, and if people aren't watching you. And the last one, 5 in. 5 out. And that's it. You may be surprised to see just what a difference that makes. So stop, straight spine, 3 cycles. And that's all it is. And you can do that while you're waiting for your drink to be made. You can do that while you're drinking. You can do it without breathing through your mouth if you want to just keep it kind of low key. If you're with people, maybe you're in a busy social setting and you just need a bit of a refresher for a moment. You just need to take a pause, and you can do that. You can do it, as many times a day as you like, but it might be easier to do that multiple times a day, particularly if you attach it with something that you were already going to do anyway. If you were already going to make a drink, then adding that in doesn't feel like so much of a chore as having to set aside half an hour to go and, sit and do something perhaps. So that's it. So have a play, and you're always welcome to let me know how you get on.